Alright, back in career mode. And if you recall, last time I got my level 3 for carjacking, so that means I can take semi-trucks now. Semi-trucks not only pay better, but I believe they give you more reputation. So even though it takes longer to do deliveries for them, in the long run, it's usually a better idea. The only problem is with semi-trucks is driving them in traffic is an absolute nightmare. They're obviously much heavier, means that they have to brake faster and sooner because traffic's unpredictable. You can't speed in them, obviously, because if something sudden happens, there's really no maneuvering it. And they're just Another thing is the brakes. Just a little bit too much braking when you can walk with the brakes solid. With other cars, you can pretty much put your foot on the brake pedal all the way and nothing will usually happen. But, you gotta be more gentle with big trucks. Another thing I'm using is the Jake brake or the compression brake. I am using that a ton on all of these trucks that I've been moving today. Just because it's a lot better than using the brakes, and it's a good way to slow down the engine RPM. Now, there was an accident here. I think someone rear-ended someone, and then everyone just stopped moving, so I drove past them. And while I was here, they had another truck that I could bring to them. Another accident. And another one. Not exactly sure why everyone's not good at driving today, but they were really bad. While I was here, I picked up another car, even though it more than likely wouldn't have paid as well, or got me as much reputation. Took a taxi back to my car. Got another truck. For anyone wondering, this crane is a mod. I will link it in the description. Yes. Coming down the hill, it did shift a little funny, and it kind of sent the truck over red line. I was worried. It didn't do anything to the engine, but I was worried that it was going to take off money because I almost blew up their engine. But luckily, I don't think they really or noticed. Now, I actually quite like this truck. The only two things I didn't care for, or a couple things I didn't care for. One, I didn't like the sleeper. Two, I didn't need the tag axle. And three, I don't care for demountable rims. I like those bolt-on ones, but demountable rims are dangerous. And very old technology. Other than that, I like the truck. In this game, T-Series trucks are ridiculously expensive. I think I saw one time a while ago. I think it was just a standard base model T-Series. No sleeper, no tag axle, no back rack, no big engine, nothing like that. And they wanted like $58,000 for it. And then if you wanted to go all in and add all the extra axles, a body and stuff, that brings you up like another 30, 40 grand. So these trucks are ridiculously expensive. You're better off buying something cheaper or using a mod, which I may change up my rules if that becomes a thing that I have to do. I think what I might do is I might do a little bit of grinding off camera, just because this isn't necessarily the most interesting thing in the entire world. Driving trucks back and forth and moving cargo isn't staggering, but I kind of want to stick to my goal of filming my entire adventure. So then I picked up this truck. I kind of liked it. I didn't care for the paint scheme, but I liked the tires. The cab over was nice because I knew exactly where I was on the road. Engine was powerful enough, and it got decent speed. And it was a fifth wheel, so I liked it. But then again, it was probably like $40,000. For some reason, I wanted this semi-truck at the racetrack. I wasn't sure what they were doing with it, but not my business, I guess. And I got quite a bit of money for it. So I taxied back, saw if there was anything interesting, and I noticed the ambulance, and even though it wasn't as much money as the other truck, I just wanted to drive an ambulance. So that's what I did. What I wanted to experiment with was later in the game, actually in my other save game where I just have infinite money, I wanted to experiment with how much dirt pays, because you can move aggregate to specific addresses, or sometimes it's like a all-you-can-haul sort of deal. If you can haul 20,000 liters of soil and you make 33 cents a liter. That's however much money it is. I don't know. I'm not math. I'm not a math kid. But I wanted to know, like, how much money would it be? But the thing is I did an experiment. The dump trailer that they have in this game, you can't put dirt in it, which is pretty stupid, in my opinion. You have to have specific aggregate boxes, which is dumb. Like, if I had a dump truck, I should be able to put dirt in the back of it. That's one thing I wish the BeamNG devs would add or fix on. Even if they just made it so you put a tarp over it or something, and made the bed like, really heavy, I would like that. I get that it would be hard to model, like if the truck tipped over and it was just one solid mass of dirt. It's not very realistic, and I get that's what they're trying to do here. But it is a little annoying that when you go out and buy a dump truck, you can't use it to move dirt. It's a little pointless. So instead, what I would end up doing, and this is going to sound really stupid, I'm going to buy a box truck. I'm going to put cargo boxes in the back of the box truck and then turn them on to aggregate boxes, which actually would be a lot of money now that I'm thinking about it. And then I would be able to haul dirt with it, which is kind of stupid. That means you'd have to take every single box and fill every box up and then put it on the back of the truck, which is weird. I got to logistics level 3 here, which is pretty cool. I didn't really know what it meant, but... Then I got another truck, and I started on my way back. Going back to dirt. Another thing that I noticed is the caravan. It's very cheap, but if you rip the interior out, you can put, I think, 3 cargo boxes in it. And the big cargo boxes, the good ones. So, that might be a wise investment. The only thing is with the camper trailer is if you overload it, it has a tendency for wheels to fall off. I'm not kidding. I was driving one time and the wheel just decided to leave the chat and I never saw it again. This was free roam, so I guess it doesn't really count. And I was off-roading, which is probably not much better for it. But the camper van is incredibly fragile too. So I'm not exactly sure how that would work. And then, running into the issue of that, I run into the issue of, well, what am I going to haul a trailer with? My van's front-wheel drive. Maybe I could just convert all of the boxes in my van to aggregate boxes. What if I could? So I got this truck dropped off, and then I taxied back, but they didn't have any more trucks for me, so I decided to head over to the quarry, who also has trucks. For some reason, it brought me all the way through the city, which I thought was dumb, when I could have just taken the highway. So right in the city, got me on the highway. And then instead of pursuing the highway just a little bit further, it made me take the off-ramp and go the back way, which I didn't understand. Right there is a highway off-ramp. I very well could have just got off there. Or maybe that's an on-ramp. Actually, yeah, it is an on-ramp. Never mind. So my last truck of the day would be this cement truck. I kind of wish the devs would add, but it would be a little difficult, is specific jobs for, like, specific vehicles. So if you have a flatbed tow truck and there's not really much you can do with it. I don't think you can put cargo boxes on it. But you can get called out to, like, car crashes and have to bring a car to a specific location, you know? Yeah. But the video's long since ended, and, I'll see you tomorrow.